Gabe Martinez here, CA World 2017. I'm interested in learning a little bit more about DevSecOps, so let's find some people to talk to. Maybe they can answer some questions. What's better, securing DevOps or DevSecOps?
I think DevSecOps.
I like DevSecOps.
Both.
I think both are important.
I prefer DevOps Sec.
I like securing DevOps.
Really, DevOps is all about shared responsibility, and security is a very important component of it.
When everyone's responsible for security and everyone has a responsibility in their part of the process, it all comes together and you have DevSecOps.
It conveys that it's DevOps, but security's in there.
We don't call it DevSec quality QA release ops. We should just call it DevOps and talk about securing it.
What's your go-to security password?
I'm not telling you.
I can't tell you that.
It's definitely not password, I'll tell you that.
I use one password so that I don't have a go-to security password.
I have one password, so they generate it for me, so I don't know any of my passwords.
I know the password to my vault, but nothing else.
I just ask Safari or Keychain and it comes up with one for me.
So you're learning some of the stuff that they're teaching here today is what you're saying?
Yeah, I think so.
What's the most common misconception about DevSecOps?
Most common misconception is that it's really hard to do.
That it takes too long.
That it needs to be hard.
It's a people problem, it's a culture problem.
How do you get application security into the dev process?
Integrations all the way.
By making it an integrated part of the way that you build your software.
Let's get application security testing in the tools the developers are already using and let them own how that works.
So if you can get executive buy-in to determine that it's important to the business.
And then once you have that, you build in this accountability model.
The earlier they secure their code, the better it is going to be for them as well as customers.
What stage of the development process are you doing security testing?
Everywhere. Very first minute you start writing codes.
Code should be checked when it's checked in.
You know, I want testing done the first time I save that Java file that I just wrote.
Kind of like you would with Word, doing grammar and spelling checks as you type, instead of going back and doing it over, a very long document all at once.
When they write code, when they test code, when they review code, when your build works, when you deploy, and when it runs.
If you're not testing, you don't know whether you're doing it right.
Are we going to have a Clippy for DevSecOps?
I hope not.
What ingredients go into the perfect DevSecOps recipe?
There are called tools.
Developer education, automation, and automated testing.
A pinch of static analysis. You'd need at least a cup and a half of application security knowledge.
This is mostly a people problem, so this is like soil and green.
Maybe a teaspoonful of instructor-led training, maybe more like a bucket.
And of course, you got to be able to make sure it's at the right temperature, and that's where you bring in the testing.
How would you explain DevSecOps to your mom?
Oh, that's a difficult question.
I don't think my mom even knows what I do for work.
All those apps you're using on your phone and everything, it makes you more secure.
How do you explain DevSecOps to your mom?
Oh my God, she thinks that I just stare at computers and somehow get paid.
What I talk about is more the impact of what happens when you don't have DevSecOps, the impact of like an Equifax.
It's going to be much harder to keep people from stealing her credit card number.
I say it's about computers and security and not letting bad people in because it'll be over her head instantly, so that's the extent of it.
All right, what do you think is overhyped? Everyone's obsessing about it. It's time to move on.
I think it's funny. I think DevOps as a term is getting overhyped, but DevOps as a concept is still really important and just coming into maturity. So I think people are getting tired of the term.
I kind of feel that actually talking about DevSecOps rather than just DevOps is in danger of going in that way.
The understanding that the security piece falls in the middle.
Your company depends on it. You're here in Vegas. You're at the roulette table. Are you betting red or black?
I'm betting red. You got to start with black.
I always bet red.
Red, every time.
Black.
Red.
Red.
Wellesley Snipes says you always bet on black.
Last question. How do you spell top?
TOP.
Say it 2 times.
Top.
Say it 3 times.
Top.
4 times fast.
Top.
What do you do at a green light?
Stop.
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 Stop. I don't know. What else? Top, stop.
What do you do at a green light?
Oh, go.
Oh!
What do you do at a green light?
Oh, a green light? I screwed that up. You see how smart security dudes are?
That's it.
Hate you.